Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am accompanied by Dr. Mr. Fuji.
Hey guys, how are you?
And Mr. Crime, TM69.
Hi, how are ya?
Today we're going to be playing a game. I guess it'd be akin to the dating game. Where we're going to look at these first 151 Pokemon and decide where we met them, where they took us on our first date, and also if we would go on a second date. So I will tally the totals of the Pokemon who get second dates, and we'll see who gets the most second dates. So let's start off with Mr. Crime.
Hey, that's me.
We have Bulbasaur here.
Okay, first of all, I know I'm Mr. Crime, but this is a crime because I feel like a pedophile.
Oh.
Bulbasaur looks like a child, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like where I would meet him. I feel like I would probably meet him. I don't know. I want to say Chuck E. Cheese. Sure.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so why, Mr. Crime, were you in a Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, you gotta have a kid to be in there.
Okay, you know what? That's rude. I was just picking up some extra shifts. You know, times are hard right now.
So you work at Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes, I work at Chuck E.
Please tell me you're the rat.
I'm the rat.
You are Charles Rat.
And Bulbasaur pulled my tail.
Oh. Did you come out of the suit with the tail?
I guess. I feel like that's a trap question.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
So you figuratively have met Bulbasaur at Chuck E. Cheese. He has pulled your tail, and you are gonna go on a date with him.
Yeah, so we walk over to where his mom's table is, and he shares his reused pizza with me. Because you know, Chuck E. Cheese, they reuse your pizza.
Allegedly, and I'm pretty sure it's made out of Play-Doh, just all of it.
Yeah.
The building, the bathrooms, especially the bathrooms.
Bulbasaur,
He's made of Play-Doh?
I guess.
Oh my god.
I hope so. That way I'm not going to jail.
Okay, so Chris Hansen shows up, and he wants to know if you're gonna get a second date.
You know, I'm gonna pat the lad on the head and tell him it was a good run, but I'm gonna have to decline.
Good.
Politely.
Good, because I wouldn't want you to go to prison. So, there is no second date for Mr. Crime. Alright, Dr. Mr. Fuji?
Alright, so Ivysaur, I'd probably meet, at a family function. Not, you know, he's not obviously a relative, but like one of your relative's friends. Like maybe I meet him at my niece's quinceañera or something like that.
He's like, I'm here for the Bake Mac.
He's there for the donkey rides.
Oh.
You know. He's not really, you know, part of the culture, but he's there to, you know, experience things and maybe try his luck for a date, you know.
And you happen to be that date.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where we met. But yeah, let's say, I imagine that we go to what he believes in an upscale restaurant.
Applebee's.
Yes.
Yes, and?
Yes.
Does he order the cheese quesadilla?
Quesadilla!
He has to, it's an Applebee's, so it has to be like chicken cheese quesadillas.
Some kind of rhyming entree.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 for $20. This is not sponsored.
Does it come with cheesesteaks? That's my only question.
I mean, you get like an appetizer and an entree with the 2 for $20. But of course, you know, it's one of those we're going Dutch, but I'm paying for it type of things.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
And I had to pick him up.
He doesn't have a car, he just doesn't want to drive.
He didn't say, and I met him on the corner somewhere. Like, he did not give me an address.
He sounds like a scrub.
It also sounds like he doesn't trust you.
I mean, that's fair. Like, but would you really have somebody pick you up on a corner in their own car? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
that's pretty trusting.
I'm into some weird stuff, so like we'll see about that. So,
Anyway.
Ivysaur, second date.
I'm gonna say no.
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 Two
like,
no's.
With the, well, one's for legal reasons, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. So no. So we have two no's so far. And I will be taking the third pick here is Venusaur. And I can tell you, with zero doubt in my mind, I swiped right on Tinder. We talked for like 30 minutes and he was like, hey, I'm gonna go out to eat. Would you like to join me? And I was like, you know what? This guy's engaging. He's got cute pictures. I'm ready to roll. I show up and this is the MFer that walks into the Golden Corral. And I think it was previously stated that folks like Venusaur don't have their picture on the wall, but you know it's somewhere behind the counter, okay? And you see like the lady when she's asking you like, hey, what would you like to drink? She's kind of sweating a little bit and like side-eyeing the guy. I think
I feel like he's a catfish.
oh yeah, he doesn't look anything like his pictures. His pictures look more like Ivysaur, and I'm kind of upset.
Yeah.
Most of his pictures were of his trunk.
He's still driving his mom's van. He's like 40. Yeah, no. I think
It
after
makes it a very important point of conversation that anytime it comes up that his mom lives with him, not that he
oh
lives with his mom.
yeah, no, that's very interesting. You have to distinguish that. I'm gonna say that like part of me wants to go on a second date with him, so I kind of like go to the bathroom to get my composure, but while I'm in there I hear screaming and I come out and I'm like, please no, and I see a crowd around the ice cream machine and he's got his mouth on it and just openly just like just like both of his vines are grabbing like turkey legs off of people's plates and stuff. It's a no for me. I'm sorry.
So no second date.
No second date. Wow, none of the soars.
I guess we're not grass types.
Well,
Oh,
let's be honest. Does anyone actually choose Bulbasaur as their first pick?
I mean, Bulbasaur was always my first starter.
Oh, was it?
I don't know. I was kind of like I wanted to do Charmander, but I always went with Squirtle because I didn't want to be cliche, and I like Squirtle anyway. And plus, Blastoise is daddy. But we'll get into that, won't we?
I reckon so.
All right. So up next we have Mr. Crime.
Ooh, Charmander. Okay, so I know he's like the first evolution like Bulbasaur, but I don't see him as a child. I see him as a young adult, cute twink.
Yeah, and he's already balding, so it's perfect.
Well, I was hoping that was a fashion choice.
One can never know.
But no, I think Charmander is a cute, fun, gay. He's spicy.
Ooh.
He definitely has some equipment in his closet for later.
Oh, that flamey tail. I see it.
Oh yeah, he's a fire sign for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Where would we meet? We probably would meet at the bars.
At just like on the beach or like some kind of random like redneck bar.
I'm thinking like Ariana Grande's playing in the background and like we like start dance battling in the middle of the floor and then like all like, you know, the old creepy guys are like, yeah.
So this is a college town you met this guy in.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And we keep wondering how they let the old guys into the college clubs.
Yeah. But it's also one of those like 18 and up clubs, so we can get more people in, and that also attracts all the creepy guys.
Oh yeah. We need like one of those youth engagement in the you know what I'm talking about? They have them like churches. They're like little clubs, but you can only get in if you're under 18.
Like way creepier.
Like a 12-year-old just comes up to you and he's like, I am so sugar high right now.
Why do I keep getting these like issues with young?
Well, hey, he's legal.
I reckon so. I would go on a date with him because he's fun and entertaining, but I would not go on a second date with him because he's not my type.
Not your type. Okay, so you're not a grass type and you're not a fire type.
I am a fire type, but I'm not a twink fire type.
Ooh, okay. So we have 4 no second dates in a row. Dr. Mr. Fuji.
Well, Charmeleon, I think you meet, like, Charmeleon you meet at the Monster Truck Show. Like, look at it. Like, that slightly angry look with the elongated forehead. Like,
He's got the Neanderthal brow.
Yeah.
Is that why he's wearing the trucker hat?
Yeah.
To hide that thing?
He's got the backwards trucker hat on.
Oh.
Like, he doesn't wear shades, but you know he has shades on him at all times. But yeah, I could see meeting him at the Monster Truck Show. It's pretty easy to be charming when everything's too loud to hear anybody.
He's Charmeleon.
Yep. And then I think for our first date, we'll probably go to a barbecue place.
That makes sense.
Like,
Does he or does he not eat with his little shreddy hands?
yeah, like.
Okay.
But he does, like, to impress his date. He eats his Southwest egg rolls with chopsticks that he brought. You know, like, it's the only thing he eats with them. Like, everything else he just uses a fork.
So they're having Southwest egg rolls at the barbecue joint.
Right. He calls them redneck egg rolls.
Oh my god.
You know, they got corn in them, so that's what makes them different.
Cornbread. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably get a second date.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. We
Yeah,
finally got a
I
second
mean,
date.
Because he's fun.
Yeah, like, I don't know about fun, but we could do stuff together, and he's not making me pay for his meals, so, like, you know, go to another Monster Truck Show, see where it goes.
Okay.
I respect you for taking on such a project. All right, so 1 second date so far. I will be taking Charizard. So here's my thought process. Point of view, you're in a college classroom, okay? It's one of those big stadium types. Seats are almost packed out, and it's kind of like COVID still, so everybody's still kind of spaced out, but, you know, were we ever really in a pandemic? Because we didn't act like it, so. Guy walks in, dark and mysterious. I hear him bang, bang, bang coming down the stairs, and he plops down 2 seats next to me, but technically it's still right next to me because this is a big dude, you know what I'm saying? He had to like lift the arm rest up. So he's sitting there and the lights are, you know, dim, but his tail is so bright and I can't look away from it. So I'm starting to flunk this class because every day this guy sits next to me with his bright tail.
Moth in a flame, baby.
It is. That's what it is. So finally, I, you know, engage with the guy, and I'm like, "Hey, man, it's a pretty bright tail you got," and he doesn't get mad about it. And I was expecting him to react violently because of his looks, and I apologize for that. Like sometimes I can be a little, you know, judgmental, maybe. So I apologize to him, and I take him out for sriracha. Yes, sriracha.
So you're the sugar mama here.
Yeah, I take him to the Winn-Dixie and we just get a glass of sriracha. Now, does Charizard take me on a second date?
I mean,
He did-
sriracha's like $5 a pop.
Oh, and we didn't split it.
Yeah.
Like we got sriracha separately.
He also did sit next to you in every single
You're
class.
right, and it's been a semester, so I'm starting to think that he does take me on a second date, but I find out after we're married and have kids that he intentionally made me flunk out of college by distracting me with that tail, and it turns into a really awkward divorce.
That was his whole...
It was his
Plan.
plan. He was like, "You didn't know what you wanted until you saw me." All right, so yeah, that's a second date. So we got 2 second dates in a row.
Okay. There's still hope. Squirtle! He's too freaking cute.
He is so cute.
Why do I keep getting the cute ones? I want someone to call daddy.
I mean,
This is Poppy.
This is the Bobby Hill of Pokemon. right
That's
here.
fair. It looks just like him.
He's only 1 foot 8 inches. I mean, I'm not usually one of the people that's like, you gotta be at least this tall to ride. But
You are today.
I mean, that's like almost to your knee. So
yeah.
Some people are into that, man. Didn't you ever see that R. Kelly series? The Trapped in the Closet one?
Trapped in the
Bridget?
Oh my god. I feel like we met at the water park.
That makes too much sense.
Yeah. He was crying because he couldn't ride one of the water rides because he wasn't tall enough.
They wouldn't let him on the slide.
And I felt bad, and I just went up to him and was like, "Oh my God, it's okay. Like, let's go get a hot dog on a stick or something."
So you just ran off with this minor at a theme park.
I don't think he's a minor. I think he's a
minor.
I think he's a little
When
person.
you see a short person, you have to just be like, "Oh, that's a kid." Like,
Yeah.
that's disrespectful. Would you tell Kevin Hart he's not allowed to like go on the slide and he can't go into a bar?
If Kevin Hart listens to this, I will tell him anything he wants to hear. But mainly that there's something about his eyes that make me think he's kind of doing the Charizard thing to me.
Oh man.
So where would you guys go?
Let's see. Well, I feel like our meeting and our first date are kind of the same place. We met at the water park in front of the ride entrance that she can't ride, and then we went on our first date to the hot dog stand.
Oh.
And at first, I'm gonna be honest, I did think he was a minor, but then as I got to talk to him, I realized he's a little person, and that's what interested me. And I was like, you know what, he's a cute guy.
I mean, anything for the story,
You know.
I'm not one of those kinds of people.
Yes, and.
And then, yeah, I didn't text him back. I said I would, and I ghosted him. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Squirrel.
So you, Mr. Crime, have rejected all 3 of your dates so far. All of the starters.
Well, there seems to be a pattern here with
You
Bulbasaur,
know-
Charmander, Squirtle. I mean, bring out Gollum and let's try that one.
Okay, so that's a no. Dr. Mr. Fuji.
War Turtle. He seems like like a surfer bro that can't really he's not confident enough to go out in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's on the kickboard in the lakes, But I think he also is one of those people that's like cool, but they think they're not as cool as they are, but they're also trying too hard.
Oh, yeah. And that's the hairstyle he's got going on.
So, like,
Yeah.
at night, he's, like, Googling how to be cool.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta paint my kickboard into this thing that I don't really like, but it's what the other people like.
He found those results on Bing.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's for I think we met at the beach. at
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Like, I helped him get up from like a couple of the kickboard. Like,
So he was like a turtle on his back. He couldn't get up.
But I think we go to like a seafood place.
Really? Okay.
But I also feel like the seafood place that we go to is like War Turtle's only used to hanging out with his bros,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the only thing he's known. So he takes me to one of those sushi places where you eat off of naked people.
Oh
But
my
just
God.
he's not aware that you can eat sushi another way.
So is he eating the sushi off of you?
No. There's a naked person
Okay.
on the table, and they're being used as a table, and then you eat the sushi off of them. Like, they tend to have like stuff covering like the sensitive and perhaps messy parts,
Ooh.
but
Oh.
it's supposed to be some sort of classy thing, but it's also like the type of thing that you don't bring a date to.
Something that's kind of disrespectful.
But War Turtle just doesn't know. It's just like every time his friends have said, let's go get some sushi, this is what they meant. So I think like no second date, but definitely a sit down and a talk about like, hey, like I had fun, but maybe in the future, you know.
So he goes home with a lesson.
Yeah.
Well-
And I'll give him a menu for a regular sushi place that I know.
Oh, does it come with crayons?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I think, in my opinion, that we are all naked under our clothes. So why can't sushi be clothes? I mean, so you're literally, it's just an art thing.
Okay.
But no second date for you.
No.
All right.
But we part on good terms.
Now, if you will do a callback real quick to me talking about Blastoise being daddy, let me tell you about Blasty. Okay.
Look at that look he's giving us. Over
Yeah.
his
I
shoulder.
know, sensual. Let's see, what is his
Blastoise.
flavor text? It crushes its foes under its heavy body to cause
Oh.
fainting. Oh my god. In a pinch, it will withdraw inside its shell. Oh, yes, this is my type. I love it. And his category shellfish, he's going to be so bad to me.
I feel like he's gonna give me rashes, but okay.
I'm okay with that. He is only 5'3", but
There's always time for lubricant, no matter what you're doing.
I mean, he is water type.
And he's got some blasters for that. So.
Oh yeah. Well, let me tell you, I met Blastoise on Bumble actually. It's less gross than Tinder, but you know, it's still, we're all just out there.
So you
looking
messaged
for me.
first.
I did.
What did it say?
I can't tell you because we're recording on a child-friendly site, but maybe we'll put a really long beep right here, and I'll tell you all the explicit things I said.
I'm pretty sure Poppy was in there.
So, that's what I said.
Wow.
I didn't need to hear that. Like,
Well,
my virgin ears. You could have started with earmuffs.
your
Like,
purity. You're worried about purity. I've seen your dates. You just ate off a naked person.
listen, Wartortle paid for the sushi, and I like sushi. I'm just saying it was inappropriate.
Okay. Now, Blastoise, met him on Bumble. I messaged first. It was a little, it was fun. So I decided, you know what? Let's go on a date. He invites me out for Italian. Okay. And he shows up. He is super nervous. He's constantly adjusting this tie that's just like really small. Okay. And it's like he just keeps trying to get it right. And it's like, yeah, he can't get it in the center of his body because he's like a turtle. You know what I mean? And he
So is
sits.
it a bow tie or just like
It's a
small
long tie. It's like a necktie, and it's very short. And I think it's because his neck is so wide. So he sits down and he's making nervous conversation, and he keeps like accidentally like maybe tipping something over, making clanks too loud, and you can tell he's like super anxious. Well, his spaghetti comes out. He spills it on his tie. He is so upset, and it just makes me fall in love with him.
You have
He's
to praise his accuracy. You only get the tie.
Well, my granny used to say if you can't wear it, it's not good. And those are factual things. So, I'm gonna tell you, like, after my really hard divorce with Charizard, like, I've been hurt, and I need a good role model for my kids. And Blasty, he's the one.
It's gonna blast you.
Oh my god, please. Need we go back to the bleep? So yes, Blasty is gonna get like so many dates, and maybe a marriage. You know, second try.
Good for him. He deserves it.
He does. Oh
What is this?
well.
I'm sick of it. Caterpie. Okay. This guy, whew, he is a little strange. I'm just gonna leave it there. I feel like his clothes kind of smell like sour mildew and a little bit of body odor.
Okay. Is he trying to cover it with Axe body spray or anything?
He's covering it with Axe string spray.
You can tell where the stinky parts are because they're just
Like, well, honestly, I feel like he has like good intentions. He just like didn't get enough attention as a child, so he doesn't really know how to be like socially acceptable. And I don't know. He's just.
You know, with this word picture that you're painting me, I feel like you've met this person.
oh, speaking from experience.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say
So
names.
we've all had a Caterpie.
Yeah, we
It's
have.
had-
A
Oh.
Caterpie.
I went to high school with a lot of them.
We shoot, where did we meet? How did we end up on a first date? Why do I keep ending up on these first dates I don't want to be on?
You have to kiss a lot of what's the frogs to get a prince or something like that.
I know how we met.
How's that?
So I downloaded this app where I became a what's it called, an escort.
Oh.
I needed some money for rent. You know, Los Angeles living gets expensive.
Yeah, it does.
And so Caterpie was my first contender, and
We
he
called it Johns.
Oh.
John took me out to this fancy restaurant in the Hollywood Hills, and there was like some stuff on there that I didn't even know, like cream fraiche.
Okay.
And yeah, the food was good, and then I honestly don't remember anything after that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
So you wake up in your bed the next day? Is he there?
Sure. Not in my bed, his bed, I reckon.
Oh,
And then I
God.
text my friend and I'm like, help, come get me. And I delete the app and never see him again.
But did he at least pay well?
He did. He did actually.
Did you tip?
Did I tip?
Did either of you
Just the
tip?
tip.
Just the tip?
Just the Caterpie tip.
All right, so does that I'm assuming that means no second date.
No. Mm-mm. Again, no second date.
All right. Dr. Mr. Fuji. So, Dr. Mr. Fuji, you will now be telling us about your first date with Metapod.
Okay, so Metapod, I mean, I feel like we're too alike to get along too well, but, alright. I feel like we probably met in a park, because Metapod doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Ooh,
Like,
he's a homebody.
yeah.
Does he live in the park?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, like, Metapod lives wherever Metapod evolved into Metapod.
Did he have a choice?
I don't really think that's a choice. Like, that said, like, as for a date, again, like, I guess I would, like, pick up Metapod, literally, at,
Oh no.
in the park.
Do you like spin him around in a circle? Like,
Just, like, tuck him under the armpit, ask where he wants to go.
does he know that he's going on a date?
Yeah, I mean, we have a conversation or two.
Okay.
Like,
Sounds like La La Land Pokemon version.
Ooh,
um,
never seen it.
like, I guess we go to, like, the art museum,
Mm-hmm.
just to, like, it's not so much to see the art, it's just that Metapod wants someone to help him walk around.
So you just like hold him up, or you like
Yeah.
dragging him on a leash?
No, like, I've got him under my arm, like,
Oh, that's sweet.
Like a football?
like a
Is he
messenger bag.
consistently using Harden under your armpit?
Yeah, the whole time.
That's
Especially, like, in the French art section, if you know what I mean.
Ah, Renaissance. So I have one question for you before you tell me if you're gonna go on a second date. Is the front of Metapod this little jumble of stuff up here, or is this like his nose at the back?
No, that's, like, the ridge on his back.
Okay. Because I always get
Whoa.
confused. Yeah, right?
This
So-
whole time I always thought that was his nose, but his face is the other way.
Yeah.
This is his face.
Because I saw him in Let's Go Eevee, and I saw him from the back, and I was like, no way.
He's kind of shaped like a shark, almost. Like,
Yeah.
So there's, like, 2 points on either side, and then the point up top, and then on his back, there's another ridge. that
That's
points
crazy. So
outwards.
we're seeing his belly.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
entire
this
life
is
I
his
thought
belly.
we were looking at his back.
Yeah, because that kind of looks like his nose, right?
Yeah. That's wild.
It is wild.
He looks less like a green turd now.
I mean, he does kind of look like a doo-doo at the bottom. So, tell us. You went to the museum, and he was a little awkward in the French section, but how did it go after that? I mean,
Listen, the native move that he learns, like, is Harden. So
Yeah.
yeah, second date.
ooh!
Moving on.
No, man. No more questions about that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not be taking comments.
He's like, don't at me. Butterfree. Okay. So, Butterfree is obviously this closeted guy who's trying so hard to mask, and he wants me to be his beard, and I just can't fathom living that life, especially for when he finally gets the courage to, come out. So I tell him, hey, it's okay. You're in the military. We can get married. I get your insurance. We don't have to consummate the marriage, and you can, go do your thing, and we'll be best friends. We'll live together. And I think that's Does that count as a second date if we live together?
I think so.
Does it even really count as a first date?
You know what?
You
I
guys
think you can
just
have friend
skipped
dates.
everything.
Yeah, friend
I
dates.
guess.
You would make Butterfree a Mariposa.
Oh, that word's got to be bleeped out. So, yes. This little Mariposa is definitely gonna get a second date in the sense that we're gonna live together, and Blastoise is just gonna let it happen because he's like, you know, our little sitcom gay, and I love it.
He's cute.
He is cute. He deserves to be happy.
I hope he finds himself.
I do as well. So that is a yes for me. And another good one for you.
Okay. Weedle. I like Weedle more than Caterpie.
Yeah.
Weedle is giving me like, he's the guy that has the baby face, but is actually like really cool and like fun to hang out with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we met through a friend of a friend, and it was a blind date, and we decided to go get tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. We went to the taco truck,
Mhm.
and we decided to like go hang out at like the nearest park, like a skate park,
Okay.
and just kind of like, you know, sit on the bench and talk and get to know each other. He feels really comfortable around me. He opens up about, you know, his family, his dysfunctional family. His dad was an alcoholic. His mom drank too much wine, so I guess they're both
Jeez.
alcoholics.
I guess we're
And
gonna circle back on this, and when you make your decision, I want to circle back on this topic.
Oh boy.
I open up about my life, but that's as far as I'm gonna go on that.
Oh.
And we have a really good time. He asked me if I want to come back to his place, and I'm like, yeah, like, you know, I don't have anything else going on. We hook up, and it's good. It's fun.
Okay.
And he asked me if I want to go on a second date, and I'm like, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I noticed right now that you're okay hooking up on a first date. Is it because his category is hairy bug?
Oh my god, yes, that is what did it for me. I love the otters.
Okay, so
I just want to circle back on, like, we need to talk about this. I don't know if you've heard about a concept called trauma bonding.
oh,
Maybe.
Just like for the future reference, when you're choosing who to go on a second date with, just maybe keep in mind that bonding that quickly might not always be a good
That's some good
noted.
advice.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
All right, so we're going to stop here for the evening, and we will continue in episode 2. Tune back in to see who has the lowest standards, and obviously I've got the lowest right now. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing so I can continue bringing you what you want to see. Thanks.